2022, what a year it has been. Not only did I have a beautiful baby who's sitting underneath me, so you might hear her make some noise, but we also filmed an entire season of our show, Triple Digit Flip, on A&E, and our season 2 has officially premiered. So this is a really exciting time to sit back and reflect on what worked, what didn't work, and what we can expect for 2023. So for 2022, we did a ton of fix and flips, a ton of wholesale, and even more creative finance. What worked for me for my business is a little bit different than what you might expect. Because I had a baby, I was able to kind of structure my life to where I would be able to have a bit of a slowdown during this time. I decided to go easy on myself and not care whether or not I ranked in the top realtors, even though I did in the first quarter and the second quarter. The third and the fourth, the market took a complete nosedive with the rising interest rates. The good news is that our wholesale and fix and flip company kind of slowed down at the same time. There usually is warning signs that something's happening. We all knew that there was going to be some sort of market correction that was going to happen, and no one knew when it was going to begin, and we were all kind of expecting it the last couple of years. Our wholesale business ended up with smaller margins and thus less deals that looked desirable to us to even take down ourselves and risk doing a fix and flip on. So the beginning of the year saw some carryover from 2021, where our fix and flips did better than we expected. As the year went on and past June, we were noticing that things weren't selling as quickly. And the good news is that we weren't picking up as many. We were able to save ourselves from having some holdovers for some really bad investments because each fix and flip has holding costs. Now, when we started picking up less wholesale deals and taking down less fix and flip opportunities, I can't say that this was strategic. We were a little bit upset about it because we were used to riding the wave of 2021 and making more money on our profits than we even were originally planning on and underwriting for because the market was going up. So when we started to have less of these coming to us, we were worried. We were thinking, this isn't very smart. We need to up our acquisitions team. We need to get more of these opportunities coming to us. What are we not doing? But it ended up being a blessing in disguise. So we ended up finishing out 2022 with very little dead weight projects sitting on our books, which is great because fix and flips have holding costs. They all have hard money. We don't fix and flip with our own capital. We fix and flip with hard money loans, which are high interest rate, interest only loans. So they cost hundreds of dollars each day that you're holding on to them. With the way the market is going, with less buyers being in the market because of rising interest rates, it's a really good time that our wholesale and fix and flip operation kind of slowed down naturally on its own. Also, the slowing down for the fix and flips ended up kind of being another double blessing for me because I had a baby, and so I was able to spend more time with her, especially since a lot of my time was occupied filming the show for A&E and being a mom. So it ended up working out really well. What works is being able to underwrite and comp your deals properly and not getting emotionally invested in getting a deal done even when it being a deal is kind of shaky. You want to make sure that you're really sure that you have 3 good close comps that close in the last 3 months, and you really need to make sure that your basics are fine-tuned, that you've got a good contractor, that you've got a good project manager. In times of feast, you can end up being okay when you don't do things properly, or you have a weak link on your team, or you aren't making sure that you have enough comps. And this worked in 2021 and the beginning of 2022, but it's not working at the end of 2023. So you need to make sure that you are really sticking to your basics and you have them down really well in order for you to survive and thrive in 2023 and moving forward. So here are my 4 biggest takeaways from 2022. Number 1, have your basics down. Know how to comp a property. Have some good guidelines and procedures in your business where you won't buy anything unless it has proven closed comps. Do something where you have 3 closed comps and you know for sure that this is a good deal. Number 2, as always, you make money at acquisition. As long as you're buying a property at the right price, you will be just fine no matter what happens to the market. Number 3, you need to be okay with certain properties not working out for your original exit strategy. So as things change, you might have a fix and flip that you might have to hold on to. And so you need to be okay with realizing that some of these might turn into long-term holds for you. So you need to make sure that you also have a backup plan for these in case things continue to get worse. So get some rental comps. See if you can turn it into a short-term rental. See if you have other options that make it to where you're not going to lose, even if you have to hold on to it for another 10 years. And number 4, feel comfortable with change. This is one thing that you cannot always do in real estate. You can't find one thing that you make money on and expect to be able to do that until you retire. It just doesn't work like that. The market is cyclical. It goes up and down. You need to be comfortable being a bit of a chameleon as far as being a real estate agent or investor goes. You need to change as things change. Don't get sad that things are changing. Look at it as an opportunity to learn a new skill set and something that you can enhance your life with learning rather than looking at it as a negative, because it really isn't. And those are my top 4 takeaways from 2022. So stay tuned because we're going to keep talking about some more tips for you to be successful in 2023.